right, everyone. We are in. We are here. We are back. Doing animation. So first things first, gotta get it all out of the way. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the really cool things to make sure the animation is getting out there. People can see it, have fun with it. First off, on top of that, I want to say the channel has just been growing a lot lately. Just hit 600 subscribers, so thank you to everyone that has been liking my videos, have been chilling with me, kicking it with me as I'm sitting here doing the animation and drawing. Again, I have so much fun doing this, and if I get through to anyone at all whatsoever in this whole scheme of things, then yeah, just kind of join me and, you know, get something out of it, whatever you get out of it. If you just like seeing the animation of your favorite character. Actually, you know what? Put that in the comments down below. Let me know what's the next character or creature or whatever you want to see animated. Who's your favorite superhero that you want to see doing a cool animation? Maybe I'll work on that next. But for now, tonight, I'm just going to finish working on Dr. Fate. This is one that's been sitting in my queue for like 2 years now, and I'm finally getting to it. And I think we finally did him some justice. So the next thing we're going to actually work on to finish this up, we're going to finish working on the title card, which is Dr. Fate. Or maybe not title card, it's probably best to call it the end card of the logo and everything like that. And, ooh, excuse me. Wow. We're going to work on that, and then I'm going to go back to the beginning and work on some of the actual effects, kind of helping it to transition and move in a little bit. Probably do a little bit of cleanup, and then we'll wrap it up with all the color, and then maybe even go back in and put some shadow in on the character himself. Because I noticed that when I go back in and put a lot of shadow and highlights, it really helps it to pop. I notice a lot of cartoons don't always do that, but we're gonna do it here because it's cool. So like I said, first thing we're gonna work on is this end card of Dr. Fate. Get my smooth pen, make sure I have my black on. And then just gonna come over here and start doing it. So for this, I'm just kind of trying to keep it a little jagged. This was my vision for Dr. Fate. And his title card. And the goal here is also to just knock this out in one go. And not have to come back and clean it up when it comes time to color. We want to be able to apply the color without any holes in it. I want to make complete shapes that can hold the color when it's closed. Okay, for this part, I'm gonna need to use my unsmooth pen. Nah, I'm not gonna put my name on here. Instead, we're gonna do stay tuned. Yeah, I always do this right here. Dot, dot, dot. Stay tuned. Just like that. That looks good. So we're actually gonna copy all of this. We're gonna go down to, put it right there in the middle, because I usually like to animate with 3 different frames at a time, 3 different illustrations at a time. And I think by doing that, it helps to show a little bit of that secondary movement, but also doesn't get too bogged down on so many different frames. Because I like to just focus on simple animations. This ain't your 1990s Disney. This ain't your daddy's Disney. This is just something that I thought of one day. And I was sitting here too, trying to think of like, man, what's another character I could work on? And not just your run-of-the-mill characters like Superman and Batman and stuff like that. I really like focusing on characters that nobody really knows about, like the Guardians of the Galaxy before they got hot, and Suicide Squad. That's another really cool team that nobody really knew about. I feel like everybody knows about now because of Will Smith and Idris Elba and Margot Robbie and people like that. Here's a really cool tidbit. I didn't even know what the Suicide Squad was until the movie came out the first time. Never heard of it. Me being the big comic book guy, I didn't even know what that was. I was like, oh. It was like, yeah, Suicide Squad is coming out. I remember it was one of my friends, one of my coworkers, Ryan Cunningham, from Aviv Moon Productions, a job I used to work at. We were sitting there looking at new movies coming out. He's like, oh, it's here. You see this Suicide Squad is coming out? And I was like, the hell is that? I didn't know Suicide Squad was even a thing. Like, who's in it? I was always like, kind of like the Joker, Harley Quinn. I was like, what? That's interesting. Okay. I didn't really get the naming yourself Suicide Squad, but the concept was really cool of having these villains kind of playing like anti-hero because they're forced to. Really cool idea. My thing is, sometimes they would include characters I knew nothing about. And I was like, I don't care about these people. If it ain't Killer Croc, Clayface, Two-Face, Poison Ivy, something like that, then why do I care? But the roster did feature some characters that were like that. King Shark, I know I heard of him before. And sure, stay saving. You know, I'm like, I don't care about these characters, but they did show, kind of like the Avengers, the roster would be filled with characters sometimes you've never heard of, but they actually play a big part. Ooh. And the zeitgeist of comics. Zeitgeist. That's a funny word. Zeitgeist. Just like saying that. Zeitgeist. Cool. There you go. What I'll probably do is these background graphics. I might continue it all the way down. Kind of like so. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So now let's go back to the beginning. Now this is where I wanted to kind of fix this up a little bit. Kind of like that. I wanted the body to kind of flow in. I want it to transition in a little bit more. And I think with this program, I'm using Toon Boom Harmony. It's actually not the most current version. It's actually the previous version, Premium. Because I felt like the newest version of Toon Boom Harmony, whereas it is a solid program, I don't feel like the smoothing tool, the smoothing effect for the, excuse me, burp. The smoothing effect for the pen or the brush or something like that doesn't smooth right. It's like it smooths as you're drawing it. I was like, I don't want to do that. If you're going to smooth it out and perfect my drawing as I'm drawing it, do it after the fact. Let me do the mark the way I see it and then smooth it out to make it perfect. It's something that really helps, that I find to be very beneficial. being a digital artist versus being a traditional artist. A lot of times, traditionally, you know, you'll draw or you'll color with your color pencil or pencil, and you have all these smudges, and sometimes your lines aren't really correct. And some people might say that's not the genuine art form coming from the artist, but I say the artist is right here, not right here. You know, it's all about being creative and projecting what you want the audience to see, not necessarily how you did it. Nobody cares about your technique. They just care about the finished product. If your technique is cool, cool, but it's the finished product people want to see. So, anyways, I got on the tangent. Let's go back to this. So my program. I'm gonna take it right here. What I'll probably do, instead of using one of the tools in there, I think I might just draw it in instead. Let's turn on my previous frame. Let's do something like this. Yeah, let's do something like this. I'll make that blue. Make that yellow. That's gonna be yellow. Nope, nope, nope. So I use the undo tool, but I kind of overdid it. Sometimes my I have undo right here on my pencil. So as I'm drawing it, if I don't like it, I can just hit it right here. Makes it very fast. But sometimes it's very sensitive and it just does way too much. So we'll do that. And then I'll do like a gold right there. And then right here, I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna have it kind of like coming in, like out of nowhere a little bit. Yeah, I think that's much better. Just like that. Like so. That's cool. That's cool. All right, let's take a look at it. I think we're done with the full animation now. No. There's one more thing. There's one more effect I think I want to put in. I'm gonna skip that one. Go to this one. We're gonna do some like. I'm gonna put these effects around his hands to kind of make it a little magical. All this is doing is building up on the effect to make it even cooler. Whoop. There we go. Turn on our light board so we can see the shape is complete or not. Now, so this is what I need to do. We're going to do 3 drawings. One, 2, 3. That one being the repeat, and this one just being its own shape. Cool, cool, cool. And by the way, if you notice, I got the I Am Cartoons merch on, the I Am Cartoons hat, and the Sin City, you know what I'm saying, merchandise going on here, the sweatsuit here. So if you need a link to that, and you're trying to get some merch, let me know. I'll hook you up, right? So I got that little plug out the way real quick. Get back to the drawing here. Perfect. Now let's take a look and make sure it actually lines up. What I'll probably have to do is just make this so that it moves all together. So what we'll do is make a keyframe at the beginning, keyframe right before that, and do the same here, keyframe after, and then keyframe at the end. Whoop. Right here. Do it right there. What we're going to do with this, we're going to make it so that it moves along with the hands. So that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's not. Like that. Make it follow. Make it follow. Then right here, I'm gonna make some kind of magic is just following. Same here. That looks good. Now, one correction I do want to do here, I think I do want to make a cape that kind of comes down. Probably a little bit more like this. That, just keep it going. And there's no need to try to make it so perfect. Like, oh, it doesn't look exactly like the last thing. That's okay. I'm gonna have to come up with a motto, some kind of saying or something to make sure to let people know that it's alright to suck a little bit. It's alright to not be perfect in your drawings all the time. Because the more relaxed you are, the better you perform. Perfect. All right, so we need to do a little bit of cleanup. And just kind of check in and make sure everything is kosher. So we got to do a little bit of cleanup and closing up some of the gaps and stuff like that, right? So let's see here. Let's go back to the beginning and make sure all of our lines and all our shapes are closed up. Because if not, then it's not going to color the way it's supposed to. So let's be real quick. Looks good. Looks good. Everything's closed there. Looks good. Ah. So far, so good. All right. All those look fine. I know those are fine because I just did them. Let's go to the next layer down. How does that look? Looks okay so far. Ah, see right there, we didn't finish that one. Oh, the universe is opening up, but it's still closed. Oh, it's still open. Gotta close it up. Like we got a little excited here. We did it all, but we didn't finish the drawings all the way. At this point, we can just get a square and just close it up like this all the way around. Actually, I'm gonna do the same here too. You know what? That's actually, thank you, Katie. I appreciate that. Appreciate the comment. I actually didn't even think about Bane. I never thought about doing Bane before, so perhaps so. I mean, you know, all the muscles and everything like that. I like drawing big burly men, right? So maybe so, maybe so. There's actually a guy on Instagram that I follow, and sometimes he'll like some of my posts too, which is really cool. I don't think I even really know his name, but he does these really cool animations of Bane going to the gym and working out and like just pumping iron and stuff. And he has Bane working out, and then he also has like I think Killer Croc was in one, just big giant muscles working out. He had Batman working out, like doing like 20 plates on each side and stuff like that. And then Bane came in, and when he got on the bench, he had Joker. Joker's like this little toothpick, like real skinny. He was like, "Hey man, spot me." It was so funny, and his animation was so cool too, the way he did it. I was like, okay, that's pretty neat. Pretty neat. I think I'll leave. Oh, I missed that. How did I miss that? I'm gonna do one of these numbers here. And just, yep. Now you got me thinking about Bane, man. It's like, okay, I need to do that. So for the background, I'll come in and do the background just real quick. So by doing a square around all these shapes and patterns and stuff, it's gonna allow me to just go ahead and fill it in. And since I repeated some of these patterns over and over, there's two drawings separately for each one. So once I do these two, it will repeat for all the other ones as well. And look at that. I actually missed a square. Oh, I missed 2 squares. I'm not worried about these squares being so perfect, but they do need to be closed though. So all these should be fine on the backgrounds. Cool. Let's go to our main shapes here. sure it makes sense for us. I think I kind of did this already the other day when I live streamed. I closed up everything pretty well already. So I think we're ready for the color. Before we do that, let's save. Always saving, right? I'm gonna copy all 3 drawing layers. Duplicate. Boom. I'm gonna call it color outline. Color foreground. Color background. Boom. Alright, so what we're going to do with that, I'm going to choose, hit all layers. I'm going to go to my color foreground, save. And then, before I do that, I'm actually going to group everything that I'm not using and turn it off. I'm going to choose my white, get my paint bucket, choose to color everything that is not colored. We're on the, messed up. So on my foreground, I'm gonna choose a layer that looks pretty well off, that we know what we're looking at. Choose a paint. I'm gonna circle everything, and it's gonna color everything within that. No, actually, sorry, I skipped a step. Before we do that, let's select everything on this layer. That's gonna select all the shapes and lines. Then we're gonna convert it by pushing number 8. All right, so it converted everything to an object now. Now let's save, because it might crash on us. I have a feeling it's gonna crash on us because there's so much information it's processing. Do the same thing on our main layer with our character. Select everything. It's a lot of pixels. We're gonna convert it. Let's see how long it takes. It's gonna take a while. Oh. But you know, another thing too, as far as characters, I felt very partial to DC characters in particular. Marvel's cool, but I feel like DC doesn't get enough love, you know. Let's do the same thing with our background now. There's a lot going on. Save, convert. I feel like there's a lot of really cool side DC characters we could really tackle and make cool. But yeah, anyways, so let's get to the coloring part. Now I'm gonna grab white because it's just easier. And I'm gonna turn off my white background so it's gray, so I can actually see the color change. And then I'm gonna select everything in this layer to turn white. All right, cool. And in this one, I'm gonna do the same, but I'm not sure I really like the idea of it being so overpowering though. You'll see what I'm talking about. So let's go to our foreground layer, select everything. Yeah, see, I knew by making these little magic circles around his hands, it was gonna be on top of the hands. I don't really want that. I want the hands to be shown through, like transparent. But everything else on this layer turned out very well. I want it to be a powerful figure in the foreground. But in the meantime, let's do the background now. Cool, got it. So now, this is where we'll turn on everything that we need. Let's do a quick little scan through. See how it looks. So far, looks like everything is colored. Yeah. That looks good. Except for this part right here. What I'm probably gonna do I'm gonna make another layer. Call it color foreground 2. Add it close. Now I'm gonna drop the opacity down. That's like the transparency, but reverse. Drop it down to about 25. I think that's good enough. 24, whatever. Now I'm gonna take this, the magic that's turn off your all select button. I'm gonna grab the little magic circle that's around his hand. I'm gonna put it on the layer right above. See, the problem is now it's too low. Let's bring it up to about maybe about 50%. That way we see 50% of the hand and 50% of the magic circle. That's good. Do the same with this one. Same with this one. So let's actually, man, I think I messed up a little bit. That's fine. Put that right there. I'll grab all of them. Starts right here. Just repeat it all the way down. That looks good. Do the same with these right here. All I did was copy and paste. Good. Good. Now we're ready to actually start putting real color in the spots that they need. So let's just start with the main character, the main guy. This one will start looking really cool. So let's get our paint tool. Let's protect our black. So we're gonna take the color black and protect it. That way when we color things, we can just color all over and not worry about messing up black. It'll always stay there no matter what we do. So I'm gonna make this part here. Let's look at our reference. Let's see what Dr. Fate's eyes are. If he has eyes. So his eyes are typically, it's like white. Excuse me. Like a white or a yellow. It's basically just glowing. So I'll stick with the like a gold color. Let's do repaint. No, paint should do. Oh, that's the foreground. See? I messed up already. There we go. And these right here, they're gonna be his power. I'm thinking blue. I want to do blue, but I think there's more of like a, again, gold. There's a lot of gold with this guy. He loves gold. No, I think we're going to do a lighter color instead. We'll do like a tanned out yellow. And then I'll come back and make another gold color just for him. But right now we're going to use this yellow. And then all gold everything else. Whoop. Maybe I'll make his eyes that yellow color. Yeah, that's better. And then I'll protect the yellow, but make everything else gold. Give him skin tone ears. Ooh, ooh. that, like so. But then this little area around his eyes is going to be black. Whoa. Whoa, 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 okay. It's going a little overboard here. Let's turn off our foreground because I think that's messing me up. Oh, that is right. I made it so that you can't change that color. Now we can. There we are. I tell you what, let's turn off everything else except for the main ground. I think that's what we need right now, anyway. Let's focus on the black of the eyes right now. Zoom in close, get what we need. Let's get the yellow of the eyes. Let's protect the skin color of the ears too. I figure we get the little details now. Is his neck? His neck is blue. These little details. Then we'll gold up everything else. Like so. All right. Double checking some other things. Everything's gold. Yeah, if it's not blue, it's gold. So, cool. Let's go ahead and do all that then. His hands, his belts, his shoulder, neck, garment thing. Kind of like so. And then where I saw it here. No, actually I'll do these two. Kind of like that. I don't think I have a blue yet, do I? Let's go ahead and get that blue in. Somewhere around there. If it doesn't work, then we'll get a new one. Everything else is blue. Let's go ahead and protect our gold so we can work on the blue now. Just like that. There's our guy. That pops. That really pops. And then everything else is gold. Well, for the most part. Almost forgot the eyes and ears. So this I have not decided yet what it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be more of like a I'm thinking like a goldish kind of. No, not maybe not gold, but in my mind I'm thinking like a dark purple. Deep dark. Maybe something closer to this. Or at least it's gonna become dark purple. So we don't need to do that yet. This part. Like so. And then you get here. Let's go ahead and start doing the background now. Let's take out the foreground. Let me see what it looks like all the way down. I think it's fair to go ahead and start working on the foreground. The maybe the title card in the foreground. Like that. I'm actually, you know, so this is something I have to keep doing every time I come back in color and stuff. I gotta empty out all the circles and the round shapes of the letters that get colored in too. And I'm starting to think like, man, you know, I might not even do that. I might just leave it alone. We'll see. We'll see how it looks. I did it again. Like so. Probably turn these letters blue. So let's unprotect this right here. Let's turn them blue. Nah, that's not gonna work. Maybe turn them white. Nah. Oh, I got the blue protected. That's why. And unprotect all these colors so I can change them. Nah, that's not working either. I don't think I'm gonna win on this one. I don't think there's a really good color to turn these into. Perhaps if I take out the background. Nah, maybe. I'm just gonna leave it. Just let it flow. Let it go. Maybe I'll find I'll figure it out later. So just working backwards a little bit. Let's just go ahead and protect our colors again. Nope. Ooh. Start coloring them up. Yeah, I can see already this helmet is going to be my bane. As many times as I've used it over and over. I think this helmet alone has so many colors to it. I think, ooh, ah, look at that. I missed something I didn't close up. Let's try this again. forget the cape. Like so. All right, now let's put the blue in. Bring it all together. Ooh, no, that's not right. I might just leave the background white, to be honest. Unless there's something else that really pops out. I think it looks good the way it is. Let's do that. Let's do that. You know, it's funny, you look at all this, when you finish it and you step back a little bit and you start to realize, it's like, man, I drew all of that. Every single line, every single color, every single thing we put into this, you did that, you know? Own that. You get to have that. It's almost like creating your own toy. You know, if you like action figures and characters in comics and stuff, you get to create your own action figure and make it move and do anything you want with it. We'll put his back in there. Sure, why not? Come on. Sort of like so. His hand punching through. So this is where it's gonna get cool. We can play with the trippiness of this whole thing. Probably use a couple of different colors. So I got a red right here. Probably don't want to use yellow or blue if I can help it, because we're already using so much of that. Red, maybe pink to kind of keep it going. What's another really cool one? This is green, right? Maybe a little bit of that. Maybe a little bit of this like turquoise or orange. Oh, that's a good one. Orange. Yeah. And then maybe we'll start with the maybe we'll start with orange and then go to red and then go to green, pink, and then green. I'm not sure that's how it flows, but we'll see how many shapes and stuff we have and we'll go from there. But perhaps with, maybe we can do a yellow somewhere. Let's do like a hot yellow. Something like that. Yeah. Maybe we'll start with yellow. So it'll come crashing in. And then something like that. And then from the orange, I have a red. Maybe instead of red, instead of, maybe like a pink inside. Now I use yellow, huh? This is supposed to be trippy, so work with me. I'm trying to make it trippy for myself too. Really psychedelic. Maybe come back to orange. No, not orange. Let's keep it with this hot pink. In the middle be green. Yeah, and that's where it's gonna shatter. So I think for the most part, let's see what this hot pink. Maybe red. My thing is I don't want it to pop so much that it overpowers the whole thing. Let's check it out though. Then let's get some of these colors in the background here. Let's go ahead and start knocking that out a little bit. Let's do maybe, I want to say blue, but I don't really want to mess with blue too much. Maybe like this turquoise, whoa, kind of thing. Turquoise, is that what they call it? Turquoise. Whoever came up with that, they were trying. Turquoise. Let's call it turquoise. Quiche. Not turquoise or tokosh. Call it turquoise. It's like, okay, you win the prize. Thank you. You tried. We get it. We just put some greens in there. I don't know. And then you know what? Let's use this purple in there too. And that group Turquoise Jeep. They're pretty cool. That's one group I would want to see play live in person. Turquoise Jeep. I mean, who names their... Look, this is all love, right? This is all love, but Turquoise Jeep? Why a Jeep though? Why not like a turquoise Lambo or turquoise Thunderbird or something? It's a Jeep. And why turquoise? Why not blue? Blue Jeep. You know? I don't know. I don't know. These are things I think about. These are things that keep me up at night. Cool. So, forgive me if some of these colors are just way off because I'm trying to make it make sense for myself too, and it's not always doing that. I'm not always getting that point across here. Let's protect this yellow here so we can do some of this. with some of this. And the stars, I think, were green. Yep. Almost done, guys. But it's coming together, for real. Feel proud. And everything else is just... Oh no. Oh wow. Okay, I didn't realize I didn't protect any of these colors. Let's make sure we save real quick. Don't want to lose any of our progress. Just like that. Let's get the big easy ones out of the way. Get these star kind of triangle shapes out of the way. Everything else. Same here. This is what's going to take up the rest of the project for the most part. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm so gassed. Well, no, I know. I just ate some spaghetti I made the other night. Oh, not spaghetti, it's really more of a pasta. Pasta, spaghetti, it's all the same thing. Wrap up some of this. A lot of chaos. Like so. Like so. I'm sitting here thinking, what is the color I'm gonna make this? I mean, white is fine. I might just leave it white just because it's going to have that much more impact. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I want to do that. I don't like just leaving a white blank canvas if I can help it. I typically like to color everything in, even the background if I can. This can go back a little bit more. Well, yeah. Kind of like that. Jeez Louise. Kind of like so. Yeah, we need to probably shrink this up a little bit. Since I made that move there, I'm gonna have to do the same. So let's turn everything on and take a look at our project and see what we got. Yeah, let's make this gold here. These guys here. See, I don't like that. I might just leave them white. Nah, those need to kind of become a color. So let's do this here. Oh. Perfect. You know what? Let's just do all of it. I'm not gonna worry about trying to make the helmet at that size be certain colors and stuff. Honestly, I think I might make the background full capacity. Full opacity. Let's take a look at everything again. Slowly so we can see it. Perhaps this just needs to stay white like I thought. See, I missed a color right there and on the previous one as well. So right here, we'll make all of this turquoise color. Oh, my bad, not turquoise. This is more the purple color. All this is going to be the yellow lightning color. That looks good. And oh, almost done. Almost done. Almost there, right? So there's one more thing we're gonna do. Y'all seen that show Jackie Chan Adventures? It's like one more thing. We're gonna add a layer, call it dark or shade, drop it to about 30%. We're gonna grab our black color, grab our brush, make sure it's at a good size, make sure it works. It doesn't. We need a certain kind of brush. We need one that goes from thin to thick. That'll work. Make sure it's at a good size. That looks good. And we're gonna grab our main character here, starting from the helmet. We're gonna go all the way down for every frame that he shows up. And we're gonna shade him. Now this is that pop effect that's gonna make it look so cool. And whatever we do for one helmet, we gotta do for all of them. It's gotta be uniform. And let's take our black and make sure I'm not sure I like that side. Sort of like that. Oh, looks like my music ran out. Let's go to the next one. What's it trying to play? Ooh, don't play that. Oh, can y'all? Wow, did I do this whole thing? Y'all can't even hear me? Oh, maybe the music's too loud. Let's see here. Let's just turn on some regular jazzy music for the background. All right, let's get back to it real quick. We're gonna finish this up. Like so. It's a little too much shade going on under the eye there. It's probably too much shade going on right here too. Sort of like that. So once I have it for one or two of these layers so that I can repeat it, I'm going to do that. Sort of like so. I probably don't need all this shade, to be honest. Let's just take that away. Just under the eye. This one's probably toned down a little bit. That's fine. And so now at this point, this is where we're gonna actually shade his whole body. And what you're looking for, first off, you want to shade based off of, so you really want to shade based off of where the light's coming from. Typically, I always do sort of the same spot. I like it coming from the top left down, just because it's just kind of easy to, that's how I kind of learned. I was like, okay, my shade is coming from this area. Like I predetermined that, right? My light anyway. And then I just kind of kept with that. I mean, I will do different different spots depending. But typically, I don't need to change it up too much. Sort of like that. Anything that will block light. So like under his belt here, it's gonna block light right under his belt. All these muscles and things like that. Like so. And you know, a really cool thing we can do, since we're here, let's take that gold, duplicate it, and then make it just a little bit darker, just one shade darker. And go into our color again. We can actually make his cape darker to help show it's behind him. Maybe just a little bit more. And then also what we can do while we're here doing the shading, we can go back in and put a little bit of highlight. Maybe something like that. That little touch. Kind of helps show the roundness of the helmet a little bit. And as I'm looking at this, actually, I'll probably make this a little bit more opaque, because the black is just a little too strong at 30. Yeah, maybe that's good. Let me try this. Let me try something. What if we change the color, right? Of the shade. Or places like this. Or just repaint. Just repaint. Okay. And I'll get back to the other colors just in a second. What if you made it like a... Yeah, see if you made it red, that makes it pop. That makes it pop a little bit. See, if you just do regular old black, it's black. But do something like that? I think I like that a little bit better. Come back and make the white again. Maybe like a dark red. Yeah, just like that. Man, we're gonna take everything we did here. I'm actually gonna just take it and paste it here. Take it all the way down, right, like so. But I'm gonna take these key points where it moved, copy it, and then paste it, just like the magic effects around his hand, the magic bubbles. And see if it stays with him. No, it doesn't. That's fine. That's fine. So let's take that idea, remove it, but now let's go frame by frame and just line it up, because nothing moves except for him. Just like that. And all I'm going to do here is just copy and paste. Is that right? No, that's not right. I'm trying to make it so I don't have to draw every single shading over and over. So it needs to go right there. Then that's when we paste it in. Nope. Just have to do it frame by frame. Which is just okay. At least we don't have to redraw it over and over, right? Right, now it's gonna be one more step after we finish doing all the shading. It's gonna help this thing really come together. Like so. Just finishing this up. Like that. Not gonna worry too much about the shading so much on the helmet as it's going out, except for like right there, and that's it, right? So now I'm gonna come all the way down. Oh, actually, before we go any further, let's make sure we put the highlight on there too. That helps it to pop. the last little step to this, we're actually gonna save, highlight everything, and then flatten it. Uh-oh, I think there's an error in there somewhere. Right here. Same right here. Some of these are really getting thrown off a little bit. So even once you're done drawing, you're still not done with the whole thing, you know? It's a full composition. You really have to take care. Not worry about that part. What we want to worry about is this part here. Actually, let's just focus on that part, right? Not that one, this one. Sort of like so. So even though we're using red to shade, it really helps to contrast the colors, almost like the complementary color scheme. Even though it's not orange, it still helps to pop the blue out. And because it's that like red orange kind of color scheme hue, it lives in that same kind of orange color family. Therefore, it's going to be the polar opposite of blue, and it's just going to make blue look darker if you use it as a shading color, like so. But as far as the yellow or the gold, it's adding that darkening look to it, but also giving that red flare to it too. Like there's so much light that is actually making the darks look light too. And that's what we're going for. That's what we like. So whoop. almost there. Almost done. Put a little bit of shade back here. So now whatever we do here, we can actually copy down all the way down for the other frames. Actually, I'm not going to do that side. I'm going to put highlight on that side. Like so, like so, like so. And then I'm not going to do the cape yet because the cape is the only thing that actually changes over here. So let's do this. Let's put some darkening on the hand. Let's copy this and we'll put it on this one. Now one of these are the same. There we go. Nope. Let's copy this. Put it here. So whatever we do is going to copy over. Like so. And now we can actually put our final shading. We're at the end with our last steps. I don't like how that looks. It looks like an unfinished shading effect. It needs to kind of connect all the way or not at all. Sort of like so. Sort of like that. That looks good. Oop. Same here. Sort of like that. That looks good. I'm gonna erase some of these little fragments there. It's not needed. Yeah. Sorta. Sorta. These last little things just gotta be not perfect, but gotta finish strong. Gotta finish strong. Let's take everything here. I forgot one. Put it here. Oh, well, no. I didn't forget anything. Except that right there. Now I'm going to take this. I'm going to copy it. Go all the way down. That's it. I think that's it. So now we just got to turn everything on and make sure that the dark is actually under the foreground. Because the foreground, there we go. You know, I'm thinking about making this red instead. It's gotta, I feel like the yellow is not giving it the due justice to make it, to allow it to pop. So I think what I might do, I don't know what's going on with my settings and stuff here. I think I want to change this to a different color, something that is popping a little bit more. Maybe I'll make this, I'm gonna make this something else. Maybe that orange color, right? And I'll make this the red. Do I want to do that? Do I want to make it red? The red is so evil though. But this red, nah, see, this is where I'm probably overthinking it. Yeah, we'll just leave it like this. Let's take a look at the whole thing. Let's remove all the crap. Take a look at the whole thing, see how it turned out for us. All right, sneak peek, Dr. Fate. Thought I saw something I didn't like. Boom. So there's probably one or two little things I want to clean up, but it's not necessary for a full stream again. So that's it, guys. That's our guy. The flesh and blood. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed Dr. Fate.